Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to another episode of The Fire of Grief, day 13 to be exact. So, we're just about halfway through the series. How are you doing? How have you found yourself navigating this series? What has come up for you? What have you been sitting with? What has been percolating, coming up for your attention? How has it felt in your body? And so leave me a couple comments and let me know how this experience has been for you so far. Your feedback is also very valuable for me as well. So I'd like to know how each episode and which episode happened to be your favorite. Um, so how are you doing? Let's get to the question of the day. How are you doing? Yeah, it's I'm looking outside the window here, and it's rainy in this part of Vermont. Clouds are lots of dark gray clouds, and it's nice. It's nice. I love rainy days. So let's just take a moment to settle in and drop into the present moment. Right, so let's exhale the air out of our mouth, and then take a big welcome breath in, and exhale, release that through the mouth. And inhale this arrival breath. Exhale, surrender the breath. And one more time, deep breath in and the breath out. So if you're sitting in a chair like I am, let's go ahead and turn the palms down so they're resting comfortably on your thighs. And allow your breath to organically, naturally flow in and out the nostrils. We are beginning to create a container of awareness. And so in this container, you might notice your thoughts. Just allow them to come and go without plucking any thought out to investigate further. Let them pass by like clouds in the sky. You might have some sensations in your body. And just like thoughts, we're simply going to allow each sensation to manifest and pass by. And so, what you're practicing here is being the observer of yourself. This is the awareness. I am building awareness of this present moment within myself. And so, as we come to the present moment, there's nothing to do. There is only this being. So, notice if you have any tension in your jaw, and you could release that tension by opening your mouth just slightly. And the shoulders relax all the way down to the elbows. And that relaxed energy moves all the way into the hands. You might notice the flow of air coming into the nostrils, how that feels. And noticing the warm breath as it blows out of the nostrils, how that feels. So we are practicing through stillness, awareness, awareness of what is. And oftentimes when we are in grief, we're also in fear. So today I want to invite us to sit in awareness with fear in this meditation posture. So we can see what the fear has to offer us. Everything has an offering for us. And so we can gently welcome whatever it is we've been fearful of. During the grief process, it might be several things, but today I want us to sit with just that one thing, whatever it happens to be. And we can invite that fear to come and sit with us in our heart. The heart is our altar space, a space of receiving. It's typically a space of neutrality where things are transmuted. So we welcome the fear we've been holding into the heart space. And what I would like to invite you to do is to just notice what comes up as you hold this fear. Notice any emotions that arises, any thoughts, any feelings, any heat, any cold, any contraction, any tightness. And also notice where in your body you're feeling these things. If it's in the lower body, there might be a sense of the fear is not feeling secure. If it's in the upper belly, that might be related to your power, your will. How am I going to move forward? What am I going to do? How can I live? If it's in the chest area, that is the grief itself. Sadness and heaviness. If it happens to be in the shoulders, this might be related to emotional support, not having emotional support. My emotional support has been taken away from me, so there's fear there. So continue to sit and continue to observe with a sense of neutrality what arises as you hold this fear, as you allow yourself to feel the fear. Everything is polarity, and what comes into our life is meant to be felt and experienced so that it can be transmuted. So right now we're working with this little aspect, this fear, and we're being courageous enough to feel it. So inviting ourselves to feel this fear fully. And just a reminder, as you feel this fear, bring your awareness briefly to your palms once again, resting on your thighs. Just to remind yourself that all is well. You're in your body. You're in your home. All is well. Now we bring ourselves back to that fear. Continue to feel as much of it as you possibly can. from a place of non-judgment. Noticing, sensing, awareness expanding. And we begin to notice that when we fully embody consciously feelings that we resist or have an aversion to, when we begin to feel it fully, it eventually dissipates. And this is because we have given ourselves the opportunity to feel it fully. And that's all these emotions actually want, is to be felt rather than to be stuffed down. Let's take a deep breath in, a breath out. Now we're going to shift to the opposite of fear, which is love. So I want you to begin to bring within your awareness the feeling of love. And perhaps you can think of something that has brought you great love in your lifetime. And as you bring that thing up, allow the energy of that love to expand with each in-breath. See it growing like a bright light in the center of your chest. And with every in-breath, it grows bigger and bigger until that light surrounds you. And now you're sitting fully in this light of love. You're inside of it. Notice how this love feels. Let it completely wash over you. Feel the immensity of it, the joy of love, the peace of love. Let it soothe the cells in your body, the organs, the skin, your heart. Relaxing deeper and deeper into this love until you become love itself. You are now the embodiment of this love. You carry it. And we can send this love to our beloveds, wherever they happen to be, here or there. And so feeling the harmonization of becoming love itself. And you can walk throughout your day in this embodied love. Let's come back to taking 3 cleansing breaths, bringing us back to the space we're occupying. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. A nice sigh. Inhale. Exhale. And one more time, deep breath in. And a breath out. And slowly open your eyes again. How do you feel? Yeah. Just a little meditation today to bring us into alignment. So you can feel free to do this meditation daily. You can come back to this episode, particularly if you are in a state of fear. This will help to bring you back to the center. So let's see what message Spirit has for us today. I'm going to shuffle these cards. So I'm heading back home today. We had a wonderful long weekend here in southern Vermont. So nice to just take moments of reprieve. Okay. All right. Let's see what message Spirit has for us today. Oh, look at that. A card fell. Okay. That's it. And I'm going to pick that one up. So, fix this mic a little bit there. Here we go. So, 2 cards today. And I'm dropping cards. So, the card that fell is the card of transformation. Transformation, right? There's a beautiful blue butterfly, right? And it's transforming, and there's a beautiful rose in the center, right? And I'd like to think that when we create this stillness, when we come into awareness with ourselves and awareness with what we're feeling, we are transformed because we're no longer hiding the truth. We're giving ourselves opportunity to feel. And then the card for today is action. Both cards are for today, but this is the reading card, action. Action to transformation. So think about what action do you need to take today or this week? Something that you've been putting off. It's time to do that thing. And it will produce transformation. Yeah. So beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me today for another episode of The Fire of Grief. I look forward to being with you tomorrow. Be well, be blessed.